tries to escape, circles back, still alive.
And 1080.
Loses the football, ball comes out. It's scooped up by the Ducks, streaking to the end zone.
The Fan.
Get out the way, get out the way.
Good morning. Welcome into Sports Saturday 105.1 The Fan, 1080 The Fan Sports Network, Odyssey app, not YouTube or Twitch for the kids.
Not today.
But that's because Rashad and I, we are hanging out at Portland Indoor Golf Club this Saturday morning.
And I got to be, I'm telling you, I'm a little surprised.
You're flummoxed
I was
over here.
wondering how your intro was going to go because usually it's a loud, it's a brightful good morning. And you obviously can't do that. And the last thing you want to do is talk in somebody's backswing.
I know, yeah. People are getting their games locked in here at Portland Indoor Golf Club, and the energy's too high, I would say, for us.
Oh, my gosh. I think we need to tone it down all the way. We need to get our, hello, friends. That's where we need to be today.
I'm Joe Fisher. We're out here at the Portland Indoor Golf Club with Rashad Taylor.
What up, though?
And Jason Swigert throwing money at
Losing
you,
money? Hey, thank you, Swag. Swag tipping me and stuff. I love it.
By the way, we actually are on YouTube still, just no faces. So,
Are we really?
Good to see you guys. Yeah, I put us on.
Well, today is probably the best day for me because the hair situation is not. I'm going through that weird stage. Like I'm growing my hair back, I think.
Got the nice polo on though.
Yeah, Tommy Hilfiger always does me right for the polo. Look at you, looking buff in the Nike polo today.
The Nike golf polo, yeah.
Yeah, nice little slim, dry fit kind of joint that's hugging you real good.
Yeah, it's accentuating my curves, my ladylike curves. But yeah, I wanted to come out here, Rashad, because months ago, met Sebastian Martinez, owner here at Portland Indoor Golf Club, and they sponsored a hole out at the golf tournament at the Fan Golf Classic. And I came here to pick up some prizing and some stuff for the golf tournament. And this place is one of those, like, when you walk in, you are like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is not what I was expecting in a great way.
No, not at all. And initially, I was a little lost. Like, man, am I in the right space? And then you bring me into this room. The first room is like a nice little workout facility for those who want to kind of get their, want to get their workout on, maybe chill and enjoy some coffee. And then you come in and it's just like there's a putting area, and then there's a whole bunch of these like simulators that are around. Like it gives very much a Dick's Sporting Goods golf section vibes, but in the best ways.
Yeah, people are locked in. They're getting their game dialed here.
Seriously, and, all ages too. Like I saw a young lady walk out here a little bit ago. Couldn't have been any more than 13 or so. So, yeah, adults, some kids, but everybody here is getting to it.
Yeah, no, and it's Jason Swigert. He just had the last Portland Golf in the Northwest show of the year. He is officially done. And I felt like coming here as the outdoor golf season is starting to wane, but the indoor golf season is starting to crank up, that this is the perfect segue to go from outdoor season into indoor season.
I had no idea there was an indoor season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's news to me, but now that I know.
The kids love the indoor golf.
That's probably my swag right there. I think I'm an indoor season guy. I'm not one for being hot and rained on and stuff like that.
Well, today,
not at this old age.
Today is the day that you want to do some indoor golf.
Absolutely.
It is going to be a billion degrees outside.
Yeah. I'm always going to be mad I'm going to be a little late getting home today.
Yeah. I was looking at the forecast for this weekend, and I was like, yeah, it's an indoor golf type of weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all of it.
What did you do yesterday? It was like 102, something stupid.
Do?
Yeah.
We actually, around like 3 o'clock, we went down to the dockside, which is close to our office.
Dockside.
Because we
great food. Long wait sometime, though.
Good clam chowder.
Yeah, great food.
That's a solid bowl of clam chowder we got at the dockside.
It's, you know what? And a solid bowl of chowder is hard to find.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have the chowder yesterday because that seems kind of counterproductive.
Crazy, insane, yeah.
But no, one of my fellow salespeople, they were in Hood to Coast, and their route was taking them right by dockside. So we went over there to cheer her on as she made her run through 100-degree Northwest Portland.
Did you hand her a beer like they hand like water for somebody in a marathon?
We actually got her a kamikaze shot ready to go. Like,
And she took it?
no, she was locked in.
Yeah, of
She
course
was locked
not.
in like the people here at Portland Indoor Golf Club.
I think the last thing you want to do is take some shots as you're running anywhere. Like, I feel like that's a terrible idea.
Well, she apparently said to someone, like, via text that she wanted a Jell-O shot. Like, someone wanted it, like, she wanted to have the Jell-O shot, like, handed off to her. But I don't think the dockside does Jell-O shots.
Everybody should do Jell-O shots, just in case. Like, I mean, nobody really is going to buy them, but it's nice to look in the little refrigerator area back there and go, oh, they have Jell-O shots.
Yeah.
Or look up and say, oh, they're 1 for $3. That might be fun.
But I can imagine that trying to scoop out the Jell-O and do the scoop motion while running.
There's
and
no
the
scoop. You
Jell-O's
just gotta
jiggling all over the place.
shoot it. You gotta
Just gotta go
pick
for
the
it.
whole thing, kind of suck the whole thing out.
Well,
Whoa.
Jordan,
Yeah,
mark
I
that if
know.
you
I
can.
knew. As soon as I said it, I knew it was going to be
I had
a
to give
thing.
had to give a pause there so that way we could get a clean cut of that audio right there. But yeah, we're out of Portland Indoor Golf Club, and again, I selfishly was like, well, if Jason Swigard's doing a show out here, what the hell? I want to do a show out here too.
I mean, why not? Shoot,
wanna see some people hit
all the
some
Saturday
balls.
shows should be out here.
And this is just reinvigorating my love for the game right now. I feel like the last couple weeks I haven't been able to golf as much, and my last couple rounds have not gone the way I've wanted to. And now I'm seeing these people getting after it, grinding, and hitting some really good shots and having much better swings than me.
I was going to say, everybody's swing is so on point.
Pure.
Everybody is
Pure.
like, from the youngest one here to maybe the oldest one here, everybody has just the most beautiful swing and follow through.
Yeah.
It makes me feel really bad about myself. I'm going to be honest with you, bro.
There is something about seeing like 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds that are so dialed in on their game and so good at golf that it's just I wish I could get in a time machine and go back to 9-year-old Joe and be like, start hitting the links.
It's
bud.
hard to see when young kids are great at stuff that you were like never great at or still hoping to be great at, right? I went to a basketball game, like a youth game last week, and it was in the park, and it was cool. It was a bunch of the best 8th, 9th, and 10th graders in Portland, right? And some of these kids are just out of this world. And I was like, man, I can't shoot like that now as an adult, as a grown-ass man. Like, and here are 13-year-olds that can shoot from half court, like, no problem. So to be out here, and again, I saw this young lady that left and I was watching her swing. I was like, wow, that is
Buttery smooth.
impressive. Like, it would take me another 10 years to be able to learn to swing like that.
Well, another one of the golf sponsors out at the Fan Golf Classic, he had his daughter hitting drives for groups. Like, she was the 5th drive, and she played golf in high school. And it was one of those, like, when we finished our hole and we're walking up to that one where she was driving, I saw her hit one ball, and I was just like, okay, we're probably going to end up having to use her drive.
You ever hit next to somebody, go to the driving range and hit next to somebody, and they're so good that it makes you want to move? That's how it is for me every single
I'm
time.
just gonna
Like,
call it a day
seriously,
here.
I used to go to Glendevere with my son all the time, and be trying to teach him how to hit balls, and then all of a sudden there'd be some just guy who's in his 60s,
It
late
makes it
50s or
easy
something
for
like
you.
that.
You're just like, just watch him. Don't listen
Seriously,
to me anymore.
don't listen to
Watch
me,
that
but
guy.
still, like, as dad, you don't want to ever defer to the other guy next to you. Like, you want to make sure you can show him how to do this. But unfortunately, it was like,
It's like getting
what,
lost.
you know
Like,
what,
I
son,
don't need a map.
you know what, son, let's go. Let's move over here to this dock, man, because this is embarrassing for me. But luckily, he gave a lot of great advice, and that's the one thing I noticed. Older golfers have no problem giving advice.
You want to pass on the knowledge.
Younger golfers are like, they'll wait till you get to the 17th hole and be like, oh, you know what you're doing wrong? Now you tell me, type thing. But older golfers are always great about giving a little bit of sound advice, especially to younger golfers.
I have a friend who is the most annoying golf advice giver, mostly because he'll just say generic statements, like 3-word sentences.
It's all on your hips.
Yeah, just the most generic tip ever. Like, dude, you just got to swing better. It's like that. What do you think I'm trying to do?
You got to swing a little more to the right next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
kind
kind of shanked it right there.
You're just not getting good contact. I know. Clearly, help me, please. For the
No.
love of God.
Yeah, I remember I went out with my father-in-law, and we went to a Top Golf, and he's one of those guys that can hit every dock, every pin, no matter where you want him to do it. He's just one of those guys,
He
right?
plays shadow golf, so when he's out on the golf course on a hot day,
Yeah, he hits it in the
ball
shadows.
to the shadows.
Yes,
so
he does.
Can get some shade.
He's that good, And at Top Golf, everything is kind of like, oh, there's a green dock and a blue one. He's like, blue, no problem. Yellow,
Red.
Seriously, he's just the entire time. We waited all the way. We played like 4 games. The end of the 4th game, he was like, you know what you're doing wrong? was like, now you tell me? Like I've been sucking this entire time,
I've
and we
been
get here
struggling
right
for the
now,
last
and now
2
you're like,
hours.
oh, this is what you're doing wrong. And luckily you showed me, and I mean, I think if we'd played again, I'd probably done much better. But by then it was like, we're done.
Well, Rashad, it's good seeing these golf fans, these golf lovers in the bays working on their game, grinding on a Saturday morning. But we also have some other young adults out there that are grinding on a Saturday morning, or technically because of time zone, it's a Saturday afternoon.
Cross country.
Because we have Iowa State versus Kansas State right now, playing in Dublin, Ireland, for the first official college football game of the season.
Now that's how you do
We made
overseas
it.
football.
We made it.
That's how you do overseas football. You give them 2 ranked teams, mind you, 17th and 22, but both within the top 25.
Oh, and a muffed punt. Oh my gosh, football's back, baby. Muffed punts.
Yeah,
Let's
this is
go.
going to be a great game. Iowa State had an impressive season last year, and so did Kansas State. Get the
they
big
both
win in the Pop-Tarts Bowl they played against Miami last year.
I'd have to look. The Pop-Tarts are there though. The Pop-Tarts are in Ireland. They showed
Are
up
they?
as well. Yeah, the Pop-Tarts, they came through.
Well, all right.
Yeah. I'm
Always
sure they're
fun.
not even like legal in the UK. Like I'm sure there's like 5 ingredients in Pop-Tarts that
Oh
like,
yeah, they're probably
they can't even be
super
sold
gross.
over there.
Super gross, probably.
But
You know?
yeah, I mean, college football's back, man. It's week 0. There's 5 games today. I just like the fact that I'm watching a meaningful top 25
Is
ranked
awesome.
football game right now. Like I don't think it's even hit me.
To be
that
honest,
it's happened.
I almost forgot there was football today. Like I knew that they talked about it on ESPN yesterday.
Your running Rebs are in
I
action.
kind
today.
of running Rebs are playing. I gotta watch my running Rebs play. You know, we're gonna have a repeat of last season. Only this year, we're going all the way, baby.
Playoffs.
Playoff
Playoffs
or
for
bust.
UNLV?
Playoff or bust.
Okay, well, we'll see about that. You got to get past by Idaho State today. The mighty Bengals of Idaho State. I think they're the Bengals.
Barbecue chicken. That's what they are today.
Slight work.
Yeah.
Slight work. Well, yeah, we're hanging out here at the Portland Indoor Golf Club, just watching people take some hacks. I'm trying to absorb as much information from their swings as I can, so that way I can finish this season strong out on the links. And then, but yeah, we are officially in football season.
Here we go.
It is here. We got Iowa State and Kansas State on the laptop right in front of us.
Looks like the first sack of the season.
Yeah, first sack, first muff punt. I am, I'm speechless. I can't put words to it right now.
Man,
how
football
excited
pants are
I am.
tight, man.
Oh,
Football
just
man, they're real tight.
splitting at the seams. But they should be even more tight because we got some news yesterday. They have finally caught up to the rest of the pack. We get to that next here on Sports Saturday. Joe Fisher, Rashad Taylor, Fan Sports Network.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the
Sports Saturday live out here at the Portland Indoor Golf Club, watching people get their games dialed in. Awesome facility out here. I mean, this is, I hate to use the V word, but the vibes are great, Rashad.
The vibes are great. I'm doing my best to have my indoor voice on right now, just because there is a lot happening over there, and golf is a very, very quiet sport.
Yeah,
so I'm doing my best to have my Barry White on right now, so this way I don't interrupt anybody's backswing.
Well, I'm sure that when Swag was here doing his show, people were like, what's that guy doing? Oh, he's hosting a golf show. And they're like, oh, okay, that's all good. And then now they're like, wait, who are those two guys over there? Oh, they're just doing a regular sports show. They're like, well, get them the hell out of here.
Yeah, what are they doing? Were they talking about football today? No.
Well, I will talk football because Kansas State, Iowa State, already a complete mess over there in Dublin. We had a muffed punt that set Iowa State up on the goal line, essentially. Then they got a pass interference. So they were on the 1 yard line, and what did they do? They pitched the ball back, a little running back sweep. Running back can't handle it, and then Kansas State jumps on the ball on the 6 yard line. It's messy. We love it.
This is why I am a big proponent of the tune-up game, or I think there should be at least a game maybe that I don't want to say counts, like almost like a jamboree in college. Because, like, it's the only sport that we have that day one is live, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Day one is everything counts.
Real
like
preseason or
there's
anything,
nothing.
yeah.
And so you look at these teams, you know, the first week of the season, you're going to see a lot of Appalachian States, and you're going to see a lot of Derek Zoolander, Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good and want to learn how to do other stuff good too. You're going to see all those teams out there the first week playing against Alabama and Oregon and, you know, all these powerhouses. And I think every team needs that. You know, you have to have an opportunity to work out the kinks. And if you are one of those smaller schools, this gives you a chance to go against one of the bigger boys and see like where you are in comparison to maybe the rest of your league. So I do think it's something they should consider. Maybe records would be a little bit better if every team got a chance to start like that, but I digress.
Well, there are a lot of those week one matchups, and boy, it's raining cats and dogs over there in Dublin, Ireland. And no wonder the guy
It's football weather, baby.
muffed the punt and fumbled the running back sweep because it is just pouring down there.
It's football weather.
It's raining Guinness in Dublin.
Which sounds delicious.
I don't think I've ever had a Guinness before.
Guinness is actually pretty good. It's thick, you know, porter, you know, type thing. So I love a good Guinness, man. I haven't had one in a while, but I could go for one.
Well, those week one games that you're talking about, those usual blowouts that happen, there is one conference that has been guilty of scheduling those games in like week 8, week 9, week 10. And that is the SEC.
The best conference in football?
Some would say that it is the best conference in football, but some people want to put their money where their mouth is and play an extra conference game, get rid of their games against Mercer and Austin Peay and Bowling Green and whoever the hell they're playing. And the SEC has done that. After all the years of people yelling from the mountaintops to have them play an extra conference game, they will be doing that starting next year. It was announced from the SEC that they will have a 9th conference game, which is going to essentially catch themselves up with every other major conference. They also went and added into this that every team has to play at least one non-conference Power 4 opponent. So whether it's ACC or Big 10 or Big 12, all SEC teams will be playing 9 conference games, and they're going to be playing one non-conference Power 4 opponent as well. But thank God. I mean, it's just
needed to happen.
It's been for years that people have been wanting this to happen, and SEC finally waking up. Now I think a lot of this has to do with the current change of how they're going to weigh strength of schedule for the playoffs. I mean, that announcement came out on Thursday, and then I think this announcement for the SEC was on Friday, yesterday. But I mean, this is huge, and when I know that we have been saying for them to do it for years, but when you really think about it, it's like this is one more important game that all of you guys get to play, more eyeballs, more attention on your conference, your teams, and it's going to make your resumes look better by having that extra conference game, because instead of playing again the Mercers of the world or the directional school Tech, A&M, in whatever state, whatever FCS school, you are now going to be playing a Vanderbilt, you're going to be playing a Texas A&M, and Arkansas, and Alabama. It's just going to look a hell of a lot better for your resume.
Because more attention is exactly what the SEC needs, right?
Yes.
They have to get more eyeballs. They don't get enough, at this point. But I do love the fact that they put in that more competitive game because, like you said, it kind of bolstered their record all the time because you have this blowout win again against Bowling Green or against somebody that's just dog water at this point.
Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah, like teams that nobody even knows where they are in most cases. And so I'm glad they're doing this. I think the SEC, obviously, it's the most competitive. They have how many teams in the top 25 this year? Like 10? Something stupid. It's something stupid.
To start the season, I'm not sure, but probably a lot, Bob.
Yeah, it's something stupid. So the SEC is definitely the end all and be all, especially if you're in the South as far as college football is concerned. So yes, they did need this game. I don't think it mattered if they did do it. They were still going to be considered the best anyway. So maybe just having that, I don't know, nice little just warm-up game against one of those smaller schools was like a reward for them playing all those other competitive teams, I guess. But we'll see. So I'm glad they're doing it. Every other conference has been doing, at least all the competitive ones. Knowing the SEC, they're going to choose the Big 12, though. That's going to be the conference that they choose to have their out of conference game against, more than likely.
Yeah, and there is yes.
If you're thinking the least competitive of the Power Four right now, it's probably the Big 12. Maybe the ACC, yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on your definition of Big 12. Like, everybody's closer to each other as far as competition level in the Big 12, so that would make it more competitive.
More competitive?
Yeah. But as far as, who's the most competitive on the national scale, yeah, it's going to be SEC. It's going to be the Big 10. I mean, what this also does is you're going to get matchups finally that, because of the amount of teams in the SEC and because they have their rivalries that they have to schedule every year, that we're going to finally get some matchups that have been rare over the last 10 to 15 years. For example, Texas A&M has not hosted Georgia since joining the SEC, and that was, I think, in 2012.
Wow.
So
they haven't hosted Georgia.
They have not hosted Georgia once. But that's 13 years you're in the SEC, and Texas A&M Kyle Field is one of the most iconic venues, and they haven't hosted Georgia, who has been one of, if not the most powerful college football teams, at least of the last 5 years.
No, Georgia's been the team of the SEC for the past 7 years or so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just bizarre that, when I read that, I was like, oh, my God. How does that not happen yet?
It's crazy. Last year there was a bunch of teams that we were seeing playing for the first time ever, for the first time since the 70s and all types of stuff. So it's crazy, especially if you're talking about these teams that are in the southern regions, how they haven't played each other more. And so, yeah, I'm glad the SEC is doing this. I think it was necessary. I'd like to say that people cared, but the truth is I don't really think anybody truly did. That was just one game that we weren't going to watch against, Alabama and Mercer. Nobody really cared.
Well, we're still going to get those non-SEC conference games because of that one Power 4 opponent that they have to schedule. So we're still going to get the South Carolina, Clemson, Kentucky, Louisville, Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Georgia Tech. Those are all still going to happen, even with them adding that extra conference game there. But
and they said they're going to be 3 standing games, so just to keep rivalries up. So there are teams that are going to play each other every year, more than likely. So that's a good thing. Right now, I don't love the fact that Oregon and Ohio State don't play this year.
Yeah,
I don't. I'll be honest. I don't love the fact that Oregon doesn't play Michigan this year. That's not awesome. But they have to wait to conference championships, and I get all that. But I think Michigan, Ohio State, they would be a disappointment if they didn't play each other once a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think Oregon and Ohio State needs to be one of those games as well.
Yeah, but I mean that's with this move for SEC and then what Big Ten already does is you have so many teams that you can only play so many of them a year. But the goal is to have matchups against teams at least every year or every other year. That's the thing with the SEC now is that by moving to 9 games, you have much more inventory to have those SEC matchups that we have not seen before. Like I said, the Georgia at Texas A&M matchup at Kyle Field, the fact that it's been 12, 13 years and that's never happened. So there's going to be a lot of first-time moments or second-time moments that of the SEC schedule that we have not seen before, that we will now see in the future. But yeah, this is just a big win for everybody. Like, as much
Who doesn't want more competitive football?
well, and as much crap as we like to give the SEC, because obviously the being on the West Coast here, we kind of see it as like the evil empire. At SEC football, it's just
It is what it is.
It's just different.
It's just different. Listen, and I've told the story 1,000 times on this station. Haven't been to an SEC football game. I'm not sure if you have yet, Joe.
I have not. No.
I've been to tons of Duck games. I've been to tons of Beeve games. I've been to a USC. Like, there is nothing.
Western Oregon.
I've been to Western Oregon games like that. You talk about a party right there, especially on a dry campus. What are you talking about? But there is absolutely nothing like seeing that many people come to a football game and like the entire city, the town shut down for the game. Like, that's not happening in Eugene. That's not happening any other place. So SEC football, it just means more, especially in the South.
The rankings have been out for a little while now for all for the college football season. We're watching a ranked matchup right now on my laptop here out at Portland Indoor Golf Club. Kansas State, Iowa State still scoreless.
Trash right now.
5.5 minutes. It is just raining so bad. Classic Ireland weather.
Yeah, classic Duck football.
Yeah, this
Right.
is just an absolute mess out there. But we have the rankings, and I am intrigued to see, of all these college football teams over the last 5 years, who are the most overrated and underrated when it comes to rankings. We're going to get to that next here on Sports Saturday on the Fan Sports Network. But first, George Schultz with the Sports Center update.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, you just heard Joe and Rashad talking about it. The Aer Lingus College Football Classic happening right now, the official kickoff to Week 0 in college football over in Ireland. 5:10 to go in the first quarter, and that game is currently scoreless between number 22 Iowa State and number 17 Kansas State. Of course, Kansas State is the home team in that one right now. You could catch all the action over on 910 ESPN Portland as well. Later on here on the Fan, on the NFL side of things, you've got the Seattle Seahawks finishing up their preseason in Green Bay, taking on the Packers. Green Bay at 3.5, now just a 3-point favorite. No Sam Darnold under center, but Jalen Milroe expected to take every single snap for Seattle. Pre-game starts right here on the Fan following Sports Saturday at 11 and kickoff at 1. You can watch it on NFL Network. The Mariners getting a 3-2 win last night over the Athletics thanks to 3 solo jacks. Suarez, Polanco, and Josh Naylor all going yard. Try for their second win in a row, 6:40 p.m. tonight on Root Sports. And over on the PGA Tour side of things, you got round 3 in progress of the Tour Championship. Tommy Fleetwood, Russell Henley getting going at noon today, tied atop the leaderboard at 13 under. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Schultze from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Heard missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom, call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube and Twitch. And now Window Nation brings you on-demand videos. Watch Window Nation.
That's right. Sports Saturday. We're out here at Portland Indoor Golf Club. I am picking up the scraps, the what's left for us after Jason Swigert did his final Golf in the Northwest show.
He had everybody all interested. Everybody was over here looking around like, man, what's going on?
I was like, hey, I want some of that.
Yeah, come sit in the chair next to us, man. There was a guy who was having coffee. Like, it's a big, nice leather chair right here.
You
Actually,
have a lot of leather furniture.
really
here.
nice. Nothing says class like leather furniture, man. Many leather-bound books as well.
Yeah, I think I need a leather chair now.
I'm telling you, these ones recline over here. Like, yeah, that's. I mean, again, that's
very nice.
That's high class right there.
Very nice. Yes. So, Rashad, I said last segment that I want to talk about some overrated, underrated teams here.
Whoa, who do you think is overrated? I mean, once we get through the list, I want to know who you personally feel is overrated.
Like this season?
Yeah, sure.
Going into this year?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I would say that, and I think it's an easy go-to because no one, I think, expects a lot out of them every year. I'm sorry, Illinois. You gotta prove it to me. Yeah, I don't think Illinois can just get a top 15 ranking or whatever it is.
Hold on now, because Illinois is a team that I'm actually kind of high on this year for a lot of different reasons.
You rock with Illinois, huh?
No, so they're a team that they surprised a lot of people last year and went 10-3. They have a lot of starters coming back. Like, most of their offense are returning for the year. Most of their defense is coming back. So they have a lot of kids coming back. Their schedule, they don't play any of the kind of top teams, right? So they don't play Oregon. They don't play Ohio State, I think, this year. So they can go 11-1 just based on their schedule. If they can kind of figure out or keep that momentum from last year, which was pretty good. I think Illinois is one of those teams, sneaky teams that could sneak into the playoff and surprise like a lot of people.
Sorry to burst your bubble. They will be hosting Ohio State.
Excuse me, Michigan, I think it is, who they don't
No
play.
Michigan, no Oregon, no Penn State, Ohio State.
So there you go. So Ohio State is the only team. So again, that's the one in 11-1 that they'll probably won't get. But yeah, I think Illinois can do it. I love their coaching staff. Why not?
The fighting Brent Bielema's. But I do have a list here that they poured over the data over the last 5 seasons. They came up with different scores, underrated, overrated, going from unranked to ranked or vice versa. They did all this math stuff that I don't know how to do, and coding and whatnot, to basically tell us who are the most overrated and underrated teams since 2020. And I'm curious, if you can guess one of the teams that is the most underrated teams by the AP preseason poll.
Underrated.
Most underrated teams or schools.
Okay.
I got the top 10 here.
Most underrated schools going into the Oregon Ducks aren't on there, are there?
No, Oregon Ducks are not on here.
Okay,
no,
cool.
No. Think of teams that usually don't start the season ranked, or they are very low ranked, and then they end up climbing the rankings and finishing the season with a 10-2 season.
Utah?
Utah is not on this list.
Really?
They are
Okay.
not top 10. No. Utah's usually getting some pretty good rankings.
Yeah, but it's not really. Usually to the end of the year, people are paying attention to Utah.
On.
Yeah. This is tough, man. Iowa State.
Iowa State is not on here. You were on the right track with Utah, though.
Was I? Okay.
Geographically.
Okay, gotcha. Boise State.
Boise State, no. Think the same state as Utah, and another big program in Utah.
BYU.
BYU. They're number 2 on this list.
Okay.
As far as most underrated teams by the AP preseason poll over the last 5 years.
Okay. BYU. UNLV. I'm just taking a shot. I don't know. Washington State.
You're running Rebs. Just disrespected. No, Washington State is not on here, but Washington is. Washington number 4 on this list as far as most underrated teams.
I could see it. They've had a couple of years in there where it was undeniable how good they were, and then there were some years where it was a lot of struggle. So I can definitely see that.
On this list, they have Arizona 10, Ole Miss 9, Tennessee 8, Tulane
Tennessee is underrated?
Tennessee has been underrated the last
Ooh,
5 years.
Tennessee has been overrated, but whatever.
Underrated according to these mathematical formulas.
Now, I'm probably the wrong person to talk Tennessee anything with.
Yeah,
so
Tennessee did you dirty.
Yeah, they did.
They broke your heart.
I'll never forgive it.
Track star broke your
Never
heart.
forgive it.
Tulane 7, which Tulane has been sneaky good the last couple of years.
They have.
No one knows that they're going to be good, and then they have a great season.
Most people don't even know which lane is.
Tulane, the Green Wave, Texas.
Texas. There you go.
Okay. Closer to like New Orleans, like
That I don't
that
know.
Border?
That's a good question.
Corpus Christi area, maybe. TCU, Arizona State, Washington, South Carolina, BYU, and the number 1 most underrated team by the AP preseason poll of the last 5 years, SMU, Southern Methodist.
That death penalty really hurt them.
Not enough.
Not
'cause they're
enough,
back,
but they're
baby.
still there, you know.
They're
but
like that Undertaker meme. They're back from the dead.
TCU is one that I'll definitely agree with. We forget that didn't they go to the national championship like just a few years ago?
Oh yeah. They
Yeah.
sure did.
So yeah, TCU definitely should be one of those teams that we talk about a lot more. Again, when you're a smaller Texas school, you know, it just people tend to kind of overlook you, you know, a whole lot. Tulane, right? You know, so it's just kind of unfortunate for them. But the only thing you can do is really run the board to make people pay attention to you.
Yeah, so SMU and BYU, both teams that were not in major conferences, and they are now both in major conferences. SMU ACC, BYU's in the Big 12, so they're playing above their expectations has helped lead them to some bigger things.
So no Oregon State on that list either.
Oregon State is not on this list.
Rats.
But now I have the most overrated teams by the AP preseason poll over the last 5 years. Can you guess the number 1 team or any team?
Texas?
Texas is not on here. No.
Really? Okay.
It's all big names.
Because I saw another list
from.
from, I want to say CBS Sports, and Texas was like number 10 on the most overrated teams over the last, well, it was last decade, so
Yeah.
a little different.
Well, yeah, they've definitely had a few seasons, those Charlie Strong seasons where they were expected to be good and then follow up. But the last
couple years
now,
yeah.
they've been solid. But yes, most overrated teams.
Overrated. USC?
USC is number 3.
I knew it. That's just huge disappointment, especially being a Pac-10 guy for me. Like, that was a huge, huge disappointment, USC not being great.
Trust tree here.
Go ahead.
I used to be a USC fan.
It's okay.
I used to be
Reggie,
a USC
was Reggie
fan.
Bush?
I wore number 5 because of Reggie Bush.
Listen, he was every kid's favorite player. Like, I understood, man. Like, Reggie Bush was something special, so it's okay if you liked USC.
And then
I was a Lindale White fan.
They started losing to Oregon State, and that's when I couldn't take it anymore. The 2006, 2007 seasons, I want to say.
Oregon State was legit at that point, though. Remember, they were like going back and forth. They went against the Ducks for a trip to the Rose Bowl that year.
I believe that
Or
was
a couple of years ago, 2008, I think it was.
2008,
Yeah.
But yes, USC is number 3 on this list. Can you guess number 1, Rashad? Big school, big name school.
Big name school. Auburn?
Auburn is not on this list. They're not even in the top 10.
Dang. Okay. Really? Okay. All right, man.
Right
There's-
conference,
Right conference. Okay.
SEC.
Big school. Florida.
Florida is number 10 on this list. I'll give you the 10 through 6, which actually are almost all SEC schools. It's Florida, Alabama, LSU, Clemson, Oklahoma. That's 10 through 6 there.
Okay. And the number 1 is an SEC school.
It is an SEC school, yes.
Arkansas?
No, it's not Arkansas. Is Arkansas expected to do anything?
I don't
ever?
know, ever in life. Geez, and it's not Tennessee.
Not Tennessee, no.
Vanderbilt. I give up at this point.
Texas A&M.
Okay. It's been a long time since Johnny Football was there.
But that makes sense. I mean, if they're outside of USC, like as far as teams on a national stage that get great recruiting classes every year, get hyped up, usually start the season with like a top 10, top 15 ranking, and then end up essing the bed and falling down the rankings or just completely out of it. It seems like that is a yearly tradition for Texas A&M.
Yeah. They've had great starts to season, but again, they haven't had anybody really electric since Johnny Manziel, and so I think that's kind of been, they haven't had any real leadership out there. Nobody worth really watching like that from a week to week basis. So I don't know, man. I've never really watched a whole lot of Texas A&M football. It's been a long time. I'll be honest. Like really, since Johnny Football was there, I haven't watched a whole lot of Texas A&M football.
Okay, I'm looking at their year by year, and AP preseason compared to their final ranking. Like they have had seasons where they start the season ranked 12th, unranked. Start the season ranked 6th, and then by the end of the season they're 25th. They start the season again, 2022, ranked 6th. They're unranked by the end of the season. 23rd in 2023, unranked. And then last year, they started the season ranked 20th, got as high as 10 in the rankings. And then sure enough, by the end of it, they were unranked. So, like I said, it's become almost a yearly tradition to have them start the season with a good ranking and then fall apart and be unranked.
So that number one status makes sense to me now.
Yes.
Like, I mean, honestly, all the almost kind of like Florida. Florida's one of those teams that every year comes into the season ranked, right? And then for whatever reason, midway through the season, things completely fall apart. Or first game of the season for the Gators, things fall apart, and then they're never seen in the top 25 again.
Yeah, I would say the last couple of years they've been floundering at quarterback and really haven't had that success at that position. People have wondered if Billy Napier can be the coach that leads them back to the promised land of Florida, those Florida teams of old. But we'll see this year with DJ Lagway, and if he's the truth and able to take Florida back to where they've been in years past. But Texas A&M, according to CFBselect.com, who did a whole bunch of number crunching and formula creating to come up with this list of the most overrated and underrated college football programs. The most underrated team by the AP preseason poll over the last 5 years: SMU, number 1, BYU, number 2, South Carolina, number 3, who's expected to do some great things this year. And then most overrated teams: number 1, Texas A&M, number 2, Wisconsin, number 3, USC, and then number 4, Miami on this one, which another team that's like that.
And mind you, I'm a big U fan. To this day, I still love Miami. I still support, like, whenever they're on TV or whatever, but man, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a long while. Shout out to Cam Ward for bringing some type of respectability back to Dade County, but it is not fun to watch Miami football.
And their schedule this year is insane.
It's brutal. Brutal.
It's brutal maybe from the opponent standpoint, but as far as like how it is scheduled for them to succeed, their first 8 games, I think it's the first 8 weeks of the season, they leave the state of Florida once.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Well, hopefully they're able to take advantage of it, because I think that they're expecting a playoff down there in Miami. So let's take a look, though, at Week 0 and college football season that is about to start. I mean, the college football season has started. We have a game on right now, Iowa State, Kansas State. Take a look at that. Take a look at the slate of games that are the rest of the day, and also just kind of do a quick season preview before hour number 2, getting into our AFC, NFC West predictions, and also some quarterback stuff happening around the league and the NFL as well. But next, get to Week 0 matchups and the season that is right on our doorstep here on Sports Saturday on the Fan Sports Network.
Spirit Mountain Casino, where every meal is a delicious treat. Slots and tables bring
1080 The Fan.
Sports Saturday here. Oh, there we go. Let me put the microphone in front of my face. I swear I'm a professional.
Yeah.
I swear
Good
I know
job.
what I'm doing. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, look at that, man. It's a tied up game.
Yes. Yeah. I was saying that the over was in question here. It was 0-0 with 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter, and now it is all tied up in Dublin, Ireland. Iowa State, Kansas State, 7 apiece. Rocco Becht for Iowa State got the first touchdown of the college football season, and then Avery Johnson for Kansas State got about a 12-yard touchdown run in to tie the game up 7-7 as the second quarter just getting underway here in Ireland.
What a badass name, Rocco.
Rocco.
Yeah.
That is a solid football name.
Yeah, it
Rocco
is.
Becht.
It's typically, kind of designated for like a linebacker or maybe a
That's true.
a
That's,
defensive
yeah.
end or something like that.
Yeah,
But
you're expecting a butterfly collar on
yeah,
him.
exactly. What a badass man, Rocco Becht. I like it. All of a sudden, it's my new favorite player.
There you go. Well, hey, if Iowa State's able to pull this out, then you'll be following them pretty closely all year. Expect to do some good things there in the Big 12, Iowa State. We do have a slate of games today, though, at 1 o'clock. And I believe this one, I don't know where it's going to be on TV. I don't know if they even put it on TV. Idaho State at UNLV. You're running Rebs, Rashad.
No, you're gonna have to stream that game. More than likely, it's not gonna be on TV.
UNLV 30.5-point favorite over Idaho State.
That's what they get.
This game being played at Allegiant Stadium.
That's our home field.
Well, good for Idaho State that those kids can say that they played at Allegiant State. They can tell their kids in 20 years that, or their grandkids in 40 years, your grandpappy played a game at Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, and man, listen.
Okay, Grandpa, time for bed.
This UNLV team this year has a great chance to make it to the playoff this year. Like, you look at their schedule, Boise State is typically the one kind of thorn in the side that they have.
Calm down here.
Hold on, listen to the schedule though. Which, first game today, Idaho State, Sam Houston State, UCLA, Miami, Ohio, Wyoming, Air Force. Then you play Boise State, New Mexico, Colorado State, Utah State, Hawaii, Nevada.
Yeah,
If you can't go 11-1,
games in there.
if you can't go 11-1 with this improved roster from last year, because it is a little better than last year, but
your
we'll
starting
see.
quarterback, Alex Orji from Michigan, the transfer.
There you go, who's much better than homie from last year. So we'll see, man. Sam Houston State, the season starts great for you.
Yeah, and you go up against Idaho State, who you should definitely
Beat by 30.
kick the teeth in of.
Yeah, so that's a good way. Again, every team needs that start. It does something for your confidence.
30.5 spread for UNLV. I want to say that UNLV's first game last year was also at Allegiant Stadium against Sister Mary's School for the Blind, and it was an absolute bloodbath. It was like 74-13 or something like that last year.
No, last year they played here. Let me
Utah
try to pull that up.
Tech.
Yeah.
They played Utah Tech in the
Sorry,
first game,
texters.
and it was a final of 72-14. My God, that was
Hey.
the second game. They started against Houston, got a dub, and then last year they hosted Utah Tech at Allegiant Stadium and won 72-14.
Enjoy the Strip.
My God,
Enjoy the Strip. Now that you come to UNLV, you come to play Vegas. Guess what? You're going to have a great time after the game, but during the game, it's not going to be as fun.
At 3:30, we get Fresno State taking on Kansas. The Jayhawks looking to rebound from their season last year. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Fresno State's starting quarterback is Kurt Warner's son.
Really?
Yes, and I'm looking at the roster right now, and yes, I stand corrected. They actually just named him the starter earlier this week. E.J. Warner going to be starting for Fresno State against Kansas today.
Just think, if Kurt Warner didn't stock shelves between his AFL job and NFL fourth-string quarterback job back in Green Bay before he got a chance with the Rams, we'd never get an E.J. Warner starting. That's crazy, man. All the kids of other professional athletes now, it's kind of getting
It's
you guys
making me
remember?
feel old.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
old,
you guys
bro.
remember more of these kids of former athletes playing than ever before? Because I feel like every team has one.
Oh yeah, and really, you look across the gamut in all sports. Like the kids are coming. Charlie Woods is coming. Like all these boys are coming up, man. I watched a bunch of my friends last week at this basketball thing I talked about a little bit earlier, and all my friends' kids are much better than my friends ever were at basketball, or much taller than they ever were. And like, man, the evolution of some of these young men is crazy. So we're seeing it even in college football with Arch Manning. Like we've never seen how much hype have we seen around a kid in college football like this? It was like, when's the last time there was really like this much hype around a single player in college football?
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Vince Young, maybe.
Yeah, but
that was what, 20 years ago almost.
I'm just trying to even think of like someone, who came into college football, sat for 2 years basically even, and there was still all that hype just waiting for him to get the reps.
Probably nobody, actually.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody like in the past, in recent history. So Arch has a lot. This is the era of Arch that we're living in. This is absolutely. He's supposed to be, if you can believe it, he's supposed to be the Manning.
To go back on the Kurt Warner thing, I like to think there's an alternate universe somewhere where Kurt Warner did not take the job interview or the tryout with the Rams.
He's going to be the manager at the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, and he's like, you know what? I think this is my calling.
Going to stay on the management track here.
I think
they give you the tools to be your own boss.
So
I can scan groceries better than anybody else in the world. I think this is what I'm meant to do.
I'm the best on the West Coast.
He goes the Alan Matthews route, Dad from Boy Meets World. Yeah, that's perfect.
For sure. What's Dax Shepard and what's the one movie?
With Jessica Simpson, where they're
Employee of the Month. Yeah, that's pretty much Kurt Warner working at like a Costco.
Oh, is Dax
Dane
Shepard
Cook.
and Dane Cook?
Yeah,
That's right.
When Dane Cook was on top of the world, do you remember
Cook.
that little stretch that he had, like 3-4 years? Dane Cook could do no wrong. What happened to that guy?
His brother scammed him out of all of his money.
I was gonna say, I think and then he got some terrible surgeries that totally messed his face up. That made him look like he isn't even moving his face at all. Classic Hollywood stuff.
That's too bad, man.
Classic Hollywood stuff. At 4 o'clock, catch the fever. Sam Houston versus Western Kentucky.
I think I'll skip the fever for that one.
You're not down.
Well,
to catch
I'll see Sam Houston next week. Yeah.
Well, that's why you should be watching Sam Houston this week. You need to get the scouting report for your reps.
No, we're good.
That one is on CBS Sports Network, so they're putting that one on TV. But apparently, Idaho State, UNLV.
Nobody wants to see that drubbing on TV, though. To be honest, I'd be embarrassed.
And then the nightcap, which, quite honestly, this is probably my my favorite game of the weekend: Stanford versus Hawaii.
Listen,
and Hawaii, 2.5-point favorite.
Rainbow Warriors, man. If there's any game that I want to go to first game of the season, or any game of the season,
Hawaii.
It's going to Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
This is what I've said about the Bahamas Bowl for years. Like, I'm trying to go to the Bahamas Bowl. I don't care if I don't have any affiliation with any school that is there. I want to go to the Bahamas Bowl because it just seems like college football and a party happening at the same time.
Absolutely. It's going to be a terrible game, but I'll absolutely just, if you're playing in that and you get to get a chance to go to the Bahamas. Remember, Oregon State was always the Las Vegas Bowl? Mm-hmm. A few, for years in a row. Like, Oregon State was always there. And it's like, man, it sucks because you know that game is going to be good because you're going to be kicking it way too hard in Las Vegas.
I doubt you know this, but do you know who Stanford's starting quarterback is?
I do, but
Vince Young Jr.
It is not. No, it is not somebody's son.
It's a familiar name.
It's somebody's son, but it's not a former athlete's son.
It's nobody's son.
Yeah, it's no one's son. I don't know if anybody wants to claim him.
Actually, that's a good point.
Honestly, I haven't looked at their roster. Who's
their starting quarterback is one former Oregon State starting quarterback, Ben Gulbranson.
No.
Yeah.
So they want to go. He wants to go 1 for 13 for 12 yards.
Yeah, I found that out literally earlier this week. I was looking at the slated games also, and I was like, okay, Stanford versus Hawaii, and I was like, wait, Hawaii's favored? And then I saw who Stanford's starting quarterback was, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense now.
Well, you know who their coach is too, right?
They got oh my God, don't say it. It was the Colts former head coach.
Yep, and the Panthers.
Oh my God. All right, say his name.
All right, it's Frank Reich, and he's the interim because remember they
Yes.
fired Troy Taylor, and Reich has come in to basically hold the fort down for 12 months until they conduct a real search or whatever it is. This is a weird year.
Has this ever happened in college football where
No.
there's an interim head coach that jumps on? Like, in the offseason, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be the head coach, but no, I am not committing to this long.
12
term.
months.
I'll do it for a year for you guys."
Yeah, I've never seen that.
I've never seen that at all. Never seen that.
My God. Well, that's your week 0 slate. We got Iowa State, Kansas State on the laptop in front of us. Is it laptop? Not
computer.
laptop. I said laptop for years because I was like, oh, it's like a laboratory.
That's on top.
That's on top of your lap.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, well, maybe it is laptop then.
Yeah, I don't know. I just say my computer.
Well, we have the Iowa State-Kansas State game on my computer right in front of us. Still 7-7 with less than 12 minutes left to go. This game is the Aer Lingus College Football Classic being played in Dublin, Ireland. I'll come back to it in the second hour here. I want you to try and guess where the 2 largest stadiums in the world are. Because I was thinking about this game yesterday, and I was like, man, if I could choose where to have a college football game anywhere in the world, like what stadiums, like what venues would I want at? And then I started thinking, I'm like, all right, well, what's the biggest stadium in the world? So I want you to try and think on that during the commercial break. When we come back, it'll be hour number 2. We'll be previewing the AFC West, the NFC West. We got some starting quarterbacks being named around the NFL. I have a question about one that was not named the starter that we'll get into in the second hour. Plenty of other football stuff, man. It is here. College football season's here. We're about a week away from NFL football action, but we've made it, baby.
Here we go.
We're out here at the Portland Indoor Golf Club. Joe Fisher, Rashad Taylor, Sports Saturday here on the Fan Sports Network.
If you've started thinking about what to wear this fall, your timing is perfect because Macy's Fall Preview event has early deals.
on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the official start to college football has happened. Aer Lingus College Football Classic going on right now in Dublin, Ireland. 10:26 to go in the second quarter. Looks like it's a tie game now between Iowa State and Kansas State, 7-all. You can catch all the action over on 910 ESPN Portland happening right now. Later on, right here on the Fan, over on the NFL side of things, the Seattle Seahawks wrapping up their preseason in Green Bay against the Packers. Green Bay, a 3-point favorite, is the home team. Jalen Milroe expected to take every snap under center for the Seahawks. Pre-game getting going in an hour right here on the Fan, following Sports Saturday. Kickoff at 1 on NFL Network if you want to watch. The Mariners over in baseball getting a win over the Athletics, much needed after their bad road trip on the East Coast. It was a 3-2 final. Solo jacks from Josh Naylor, Eugenio Suarez, and Jorge Polanco as well, going for their second win in a row at 6:40 tonight on Root Sports. And over to the PGA Tour, the final event of the season, the Tour Championship happening. Round 3 in progress. Tommy Fleetwood and Russell Henley, your leaders at 13 under. They do not tee off until noon today. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Schultze from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Curtain missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of dirt and spray. Weekday mornings 6 to 10 a.m. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 a.m.
Okay, let's party.
Sports Saturday.
They storm the field at Autzen, and the Ducks win this bout.
With Joe Fisher.
Hell yeah, brother.
And Rashad Taylor.
I went a little too hard on the tequila last night.
Sports Saturday on the Fan Sports Network.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
105.1 and 1080.
Unbelievable.
The Fan.
Sports Saturday right here on 105.1 The Fan, 1080 The Fan, the Fan Sports Network, the Fan Global Sports Network. And we are technically on YouTube and Twitch, although you can't see us.
You guys look great.
Face for radio, baby. That's
Hey.
what they say. Face
Finally,
for radio.
man. Finally looking good today.
Yeah, dude, I'm shredded, too. I was out last week, and I just did a bunch of steroids, and now just my muscles are popping, man. I'm just...
You're not supposed to admit that.
Yeah, I mean, so
oops. All right, cut that.
I haven't been using steroids. However, I have been working out all the time, and I'm always looking like, damn it, like, why is this working the way I want it to?
I chopped a bunch of wood out at camping last weekend.
Well, that's good. That's a nice exercise,
Yeah,
man.
it was unfortunate because my girlfriend was asleep in the tent, and I was like, "You should have seen me."
That's
Mhm.
supposed to build
Seriously.
testosterone too,
Yeah,
baby.
exactly.
So,
Like,
high
man.
T activity there.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I got a chance to look at myself. I was like, holy hell, there it is. I guess it is working.
Yeah, I was
So
out.
there it is.
I was out last week. I will be out next week as well.
Oh, jeez.
I will not be able to join you gentlemen at 7 a.m.
Do you ever do your job?
That's. I think you're just. So you're going to be here for the post game show. Yeah. Okay.
No, I will not be there for either. As a
Oh,
matter of fact,
whoa.
Yeah. I will be completely out of town next weekend. I'm
Gotcha.
going to San Francisco next weekend.
Well, have fun.
Francisco.
I'm
Friend,
going
that's
to-
a fun name.
Yeah, that's fun to
I'm going
say.
to catch my lowly Orioles against the lowly San Francisco Giants. The battle of orange and black. The battle of East and West Coast Bays. Chesapeake versus San Francisco Bay.
Let's go, baby.
That's right, baby. Chesapeake. Soft shell crab all day, baby.
I love it.
Actually, no, I'll go Dungeness all day, honestly. West Coast crab, superior.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't. Soft shell crab, I'll have it, but if you give me the choice of some Dungy or some soft shell, like
I'm a
blue,
snow
blue
crab guy,
crab or
man.
something like that, nah.
I can't stand Dungeon Crab. It's so hard to eat.
I can't tell the difference. I eat the crab.
Yeah, I'm eating the crab, though. I'm honestly not tripping. If you bring me some Dungeon Crab, it's going to get knocked down.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
Crushing it. I'm
No
crushing
problem.
crab.
It's going to take a long time, but yeah, I'm doing it.
But yeah, I'll be down in San Francisco. I'll do a call-in. I'll do a hit from San Francisco.
Yeah,
No,
when
we're
I get the
good.
game.
Rashad,
good.
I say yes. Rashad's like,
we
no,
don't,
we're fine.
want to talk about the Orioles.
No, I'll talk Ducks.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, who wants to talk about the Orioles
I'll
right
talk
now?
Ducks. I'll talk Bees.
It's like-
Okay, great. Yes, then in that case, yeah,
I'll
we
do
definitely
a
want you
live
on.
from the scene of San Francisco that has literally nothing to do with any of the Week 1 games.
Well, make sure you don't get stabbed or shot. And that's actually a good question. Which city between Baltimore and San Francisco is more violent right now?
Baltimore.
I mean,
That's not even. Have you seen The Wire?
I've seen The Wire, but I also know that Ricky Pearsall, current 49ers wide receiver,
true.
recovered from
Very
a gunshot last
Very
year
true.
being
Well,
robbed.
where was he at? Where was he in? Was he in San Francisco or was he in Oakland? Or was he in Richmond? Or
See,
was he in
great question.
Vallejo? Or one of those other little Bay Area places where that will absolutely happen.
Like right downtown in San Francisco.
Well, he's Berkeley.
actually-
right?
My wife will always tell me this story every time we talk about something like this, but she remembers very, very vividly as a kid. They're from the East Coast, by the way, driving through Oakland and being the only white people in the area. They were getting laughed at, like probably 11 o'clock at night. Like, it's just not a good place to be.
You're not around.
Listen,
You're
man,
not from around here, are you, buddy?
Oakland is an awesome place. It's the places in the Bay Area outside of Oakland that you'll get hurt. For instance, a good friend of mine
You'll get
a
hurt.
good friend of mine lived in a place called Richmond. So Richmond, for those who don't know, the movie Coach Carter was, based in Richmond, right? And so we pull up, mind you, I've never been to this part of the Bay Area, and we pull up, I'm in the back seat, and my guy Tashawn, who's driving the car, turns to my friend and goes, "Man, welcome home." And the stoplight is laying in the middle of the street. And it's still functional though.
Well, that's a
so
bad
it's still
omen.
it's still turning red
my
and
God.
yellow and green, and people are still adhering to it, and they're stopping at the light and they're driving around it and stuff like that. It was the wildest thing I'd ever seen. People just pulled up to the corner store, which is also your neighborhood liquor store, and the store is closed, and the guy is selling liquor through like a little crack in the or like he's kind of cracked the door open just a little bit so people can kind of pass their money and pass the booze through. Like, it was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. My friend was like, "Bro, do not walk to the store.
Sounds like my type of party.
Whatever you need, stay right here at home. I got you. Call me. I'll bring it." I'm bored. It's like early afternoon. I'm like, man, I'm not sitting here all day. This is stupid. I'm going to walk and get me a Black and Mild. The dumbest thing in the world I could have done. I walked down to that store and got pressed the entire time I was there. It just made me, you know what? Maybe I'll just go back home. I don't need this Black and Mild right now.
Hey, I'm not bored.
It's all good.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
this was a
I'm
bit of a
tripping. Let me
mistake.
turn on this Xbox 360.
Yeah, I want to say it was Stockton, California.
Stockton, also another place that you will definitely get robbed in.
Me and my buddies, we drove down to San Francisco. This was like when I was 19, so this is maybe like 15 years ago, something like that. And on the way back home, we made a stop in Stockton at a Carl's Jr. Got ourselves a famous star.
Love Carl's Jr.
Oh, dude, give me some of those star-shaped chicken nuggies all day long.
100%.
But I think the 5 to 10 minutes that we parked and then went inside to get our Carl's Jr. and then walked outside, a car had got broken into.
Yeah.
Like right next to us.
Yeah.
And we're like, we need to get out of here immediately.
Or jacked or something like that. Like, we used to stay in Stockton when we drove to LA, like as a family. Like, Stockton was kind of like a halfway point between Portland and LA. Not really, but we just kind of stopped there for whatever reason. And we were at, like, there was a Taco Bell / like, the KFC, Taco Bell things like together.
Yeah.
And we go in there to get some food, and this dude came up to me and my mom. I'm like 13 at this point. It's like, "Hey, you got that crack?" What? Like, yeah, you got that crack? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
My mom was like, no, you got
I
the
got
crack.
a Western bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, you can have this, I guess, but yeah, no. So definitely try to stay out of Stockton.
I mean,
if you
I
can.
consider Western bacon cheeseburger that crack. I mean, that is
that crack.
That barbecue sauce on there, man.
You
Tell you
know,
what.
my underrated burger spot that nobody doesn't get enough love, and I always will, for me, is Jack in the Box, man.
Jay and the Bee?
Man, Jack in the Box is legit, bro. I don't care what nobody says, man. Jack in the Box has never done me wrong, ever.
They've done me wrong. I'm out.
No, man, yeah.
I've been done wrong by the one over by our office.
Bacon
many a
cheeseburger.
times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
See,
no,
probably that one. See, if both of you guys are sick there, that's probably that one.
Just that location.
Yeah, probably so.
They got to step their game up.
That's typically what it is. I've never been sick from Jack in the Box, so shout out to them.
I mean, they made me puke in our stations, like literally in the studio's garbage can. I had to go
Hot.
home. So
Joe's done that before.
I was gonna
Easy.
say, that's a rite of passage.
Easy.
it wasn't a hangover though. That damn, I wish it were.
Yeah, that's yeah. We don't talk about that, though. As far as I know, we've moved past that. That was years ago. I'm a different man now.
Yeah,
I don't show up to our
No.
show
You've
hungover.
Joe throws up off the air now, not on the air anymore.
Dude, I don't show up to our show hungover ever.
Honestly, now that we're on Saturdays, it's much easier not to do so.
Honestly,
I disagree.
Really?
Oh,
Saturday is usually my kick a day. Friday is cool, but I'm usually still pretty busy tired from Fridays.
I had to reel it in last night. I was concerned. It got to about 6:30, 7 o'clock last night, and I'm like, if I don't pull things back here, then tomorrow's gonna be an absolute mess.
So yesterday, my wife and I went to Broughton Beach or Dittlers or whatever you want to call it. It's it's on Marine Drive. Yeah, it's on Marine Drive. Joe, you probably wouldn't know as much about it, but like it's pretty cool. Like you can see, because I'm almost for certain that you've never been there as you're about to Google it, but they're like, it's right near the airport, right? So there you can see planes or hear planes like coming right over the top of you and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's a nice little spot on the water, man. The water looks super gross and dirty. However, it's not. Once you get in there, you see that it's nice and clear. Yeah, it's nice. It's good. But yeah, $5 parking. Get out there. Me and my wife had some drinks and some medication, and it was cool.
The place is called Diddlers?
Yeah, or Broughton Beach. It's probably easier to say. But yeah, man, it's a nice little out-of-the-way spot that a lot of people don't really think about. And if you don't want to drive, especially if you're in Portland, you don't want to drive all the way to Sandy River or Clackamas or something like that, and you actually want to get into the water, this is a good spot to do it.
Swim in the sludge of the Columbia.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Or the Willamette.
You want to get in the Willamette?
No,
of course not.
Didn't
You'll
they
definitely
just-
get in the Columbia.
They just removed like a biohazard order from the Willamette. Like the numbers just became safe to swim in again for some. It's like, well, what are we doing?
I am not getting in the Willamette ever. You'd have to throw me in there, like throw my body in there or something like that, because there's no way I'm getting in there. I saw people jet skiing on the Willamette like a couple weeks ago. It's like
I'll do
gross.
some jet skiing. But
Not
I'm
on the
I'm
Willamette.
not taking laps.
Not on the
Willamette.
Willamette.
I'm not opening my mouth. That's for sure.
I'm not blowing bubbles in the Willamette.
Now,
That's
see,
for sure.
in the Columbia, no problem. Blow as many bubbles as you need to.
All right, there's a segment wasted.
I wouldn't say wasted. People now know about Broughton Beach, right, Joe?
And Stockton.
There you go.
Don't stop at a Carl's
Or
Jr.
Richmond.
in Stockton. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, I'll be in San Francisco next week, and I swear I'll do a call-in.
I want you to.
I'll do an 8:30 hit live from the Palace Hotel.
Are
in
we
San
really starting at
Francisco.
7 o'clock next week?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes,
Tight.
sir, Rashad.
Oh, yeah.
Tight.
Yeah, 7 a.m.
We'll be here, and then I'll be here again. It'll
I'm
be
on
great.
live on location from the house. We're doing this again from the house.
I don't know if you're going to be able to do
I'm
that.
taking all this stuff home. Yeah, we're good.
If you gotta come in, I gotta come in. Damn it.
All right, let's take a break. Let's get back onto some football. Let's do some. Let's finish our divisional previews. We got AFC West and NFC West. Only right that we finish our divisional previews on the West Coast here with the AFC West and NFC West. So we'll do that next here at Sports Saturday on the Fan Sports Network.
You worked hard for your 401k.
shooting the S with Sebastian Martinez, the owner. This facility is great for all the golfers out there that are trying to get better at golf. I mean, there's a ton of simulators. They got a whole putting area, a real sand bunker that you can hit out of. They got tall ceilings here, so you can work on those flop shots. I mean, this is designed to make you better at golf.
Yes,
like
and
if you want to hit balls at the range and just crush balls and hit driver all the time, there's places to do that. If you want to get better at golf, you got to come here.
Well, this is where I'm coming. I was just kind of asking him, like, what does somebody have to do to be a part of this amazing place? Because I want to learn, number one, how to beat Joe Fisher. I need to know how to beat Andy Dirt Johnson. I need to know how to beat Jason Swigart.
One of those is easier than the other. I'll say that.
And so I need to know how to beat. Oh, so you're saying you're better than Dirt, huh?
No,
that's what you're saying.
Me,
Dirt, did you hear it?
You could be there in no time.
Yeah,
that'll be easy. Dirt, that is a whole nother task.
Is Dirt really that nice?
Dirt's nice with it.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
That's what's
I've
up,
golfed
man.
with him twice, but the most recent time was a few months ago. We were out at Eastmoreland. The guy can swing the stick.
You know, Dirt is probably a sneaky athlete, like in a lot of ways. Like,
PIL
remember,
legend.
No, I don't know if he played for Cleveland, so I don't know if I would say that. But yes, Dirt did absolutely win the PIL, and he was nice at quarterback. So he's one of those guys that is a sneaky athlete. Like, you wouldn't know how good of an athlete he was.
Got a good little jumper on him, perhaps.
Yeah, well, I think that's Brandon Sprague. I heard a good friend of mine who was in my fantasy league was also Sprague's coach at one point, and told me that he can shoot the ball.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're hanging out here at Portland Indoor Golf Club, watching people work on their games here. It's a nice eclectic mix of the youth, the next generation of golfers, and then people that are like our age. Rashad and I out here, in their 30s, 40s, and working on their game as well. But it's if you are interested in getting better at golf, using the tech that these simulators have, which I've taken lessons at a place that it's a simulator, and all the numbers that tell you how it correlates to your swing and your game, it helps a lot.
Yeah, I need help with every aspect of my game. Short game, long game, just hitting the ball straight consistently. Like, I need help with all that, Jordan.
This is the place to do it, to get your game dialed
I'm definitely going to be back.
Well, there are NFL teams that are getting their games dialed in the final week of preseason here. We are just what is it? What's the first game? Thursday night, Eagles,
30th?
Cowboys. No,
is it the first? No,
4th. I want to say. I think it's the 4th. September 4th is the first game, Eagles versus Cowboys season opener. So we are about a week and a half away from the NFL season commencing.
How are you feeling about that game?
Oh, gosh. The bells. The bells have begun.
As soon as you said commencing, I was like, well, that's no better start time.
September 4th, yes, Thursday, Cowboys-Eagles. But we're not talking about the NFC East today. We're talking about the AFC West and the NFC West. Let's go AFC West. Let's spend less time on that because I want to give enough time to the NFC West in the next segment. AFC West, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, Kansas City. Kansas City's won this division for the last 50 years, it seems like. But this division, probably top to bottom, the best division in football, I would say.
Ooh.
I mean, you got three playoff teams from last year in Denver, Chargers, and the Chiefs. And then you have the Raiders, who have made quite the jump as far as expectations go because of new head coach. You got
not Antonio Pierce.
You've got Ashton Genty. The receiver room, probably a little bit to be desired there, but still got Max Crosby on the defensive side there. A very intriguing team in Vegas where some people see them as a playoff team.
Yeah, I think there's not a lot of people. Well, some people see them as a playoff team. I have a cousin who's a Raider fan, and he's not so sure quite yet. Wants them to be good, but nobody's really sure what to expect, especially because, like you said, this division is very good and getting much better. But I do love Pete Carroll. I love his energy. At 70 whatever years old, man, he's still out there running. He's still that same guy that he was when he was coaching at USC. So I think with a guy like Geno Smith, who is sneaky underrated at the quarterback position, and then you throw in an Ashton Genty who's ready to win now, I think this Raider team can be great. Will they make the playoffs right now? I don't know. I think there's a lot of good teams in the AFC, but I do think they can be much improved from where they were last year.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how this Raiders team looks. Again, there's a lot to be desired in the receiver room. I mean, this is their their starting lineup for receivers: Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, Dante Thornton Jr.
Tight. Tight. Like,
you do have Brock Bowers, so I mean that should be Geno's safety net.
And
there.
you've got Ashton Genty, who hopefully, you don't run all the way into the ground, but hopefully, because you don't know much about these receivers, they'll surprise you and kind of have a sneaky good season. So we'll see.
But this is the division of Oregon quarterbacks, because you got Justin Herbert in Los Angeles with the Chargers, Bo Nix with the Denver Broncos. The Chargers, man, I mean they lost their left tackle earlier this preseason. Rather, and Ronnie Stanley, their left tackle, is going to be out for the. Excuse me, not Ronnie Stanley, Rashawn Slater. He is out for the rest of the season. So they're going to move Joe Alt over to left tackle. They're going to have to move some things around the offensive line. But this team, I mean, they didn't make a ton of off-season acquisitions on the offensive side. They're going to have Najee Harris and Amarian Hampton as their running backs. Ladd McConkey going into year 2. The Chargers are just a team where I think a lot of people in this area are rooting for them because of Justin Herbert. But I feel like NFL fans everywhere are kind of just like, can something just break for the Chargers just once, in their team's history, please?
Finally, yeah. I mean, the Chargers have had history of great quarterbacks and great players and a litany of great coaches, but for whatever reason, they've never really been able to get over that hump. A lot of time, it was the Patriots that kept them from that. And then now it's been the Chiefs that have just really been the roadblock for them. So hopefully this is the year that Jim Harbaugh, who probably is the second best, head coach, in this division. You look at the coaches in this division, man, it's pretty legit, and so you're talking Sean Payton, you're talking Andy Reid, Jim Harbaugh, and then you throw in Pete Carroll. That's a murderer's row as far as coaches are concerned. So
legendary coaching.
Absolutely. So we'll see what they're able to do, though, man. I'm pulling for the Chargers. I don't know if anybody that actually hates the Chargers. So I think most of us want them to do well.
I think they're kind of fall into that lovable loser category, unfortunately.
I know people that hate the Broncos, the Raiders, and the Chiefs. I know nobody that hates the Chargers.
Well, the Broncos, they're going to be very intriguing this year as well, just because, obviously year 2 of Bo Nix, people wondering if he's going to be able to build upon his second half of his season last year, of his rookie season. One of the best rookie seasons for a quarterback of all time. And then they go to the playoffs, lose to the Bills in their playoff matchup, but I am very intrigued as well with this Broncos team and what they're going to do in year 2 of Bo Nix.
The one thing that we don't talk about enough with the Broncos is they're basically a rising team with a really strong defense right now, and a defense that you think is going to be a little bit better than they were last year. I think it was expected for them to lose to the Bills. I don't think anybody saw them beating the Bills. The Bills, we thought were going to the Super Bowl after Josh Allen's MVP season. But I think Sean Payton in year 2 with this team could have them right where they need to be. I'm not a big Sean Payton fan, but I understand his importance as a head coach. And when you have a young guy like Bo Nix, you can really lead this team to do something. So we'll see what they're able to do. But this is going to be a tough division for anybody to really win outside of the Chiefs.
As far as quarterbacks drafted last year and head coaches, I can't think of a better rookie quarterback for Sean Payton. Bo Nix is a smart player, smart quarterback, understands the game, has a great IQ, has a great mentality. And as far as the guys that got drafted last year, I couldn't think of, maybe Penix, but I just feel like Bo Nix is just perfect for Sean Payton.
Yeah,
exactly who he. I drafted him for a reason, but I think that is exactly the type of guy that you want running Sean Payton's offense.
And Bo Nix was, he was a grown-up, for the most part. And so when he came in at that point, he had been enough places, he played for enough great coaches to where playing for somebody like Sean Payton was going to be much easier for him. So I think given this, how he plays and what we know about him being a Duck here, Bo Nix is going to do just fine as a Bronco moving forward.
And then the last team, again, the team that has won the division for ever, it seems like, Kansas City. They had, as long as they got 15, man, as long as they got 15 taking snaps and playing quarterback for them, they are always going to give themselves a chance, not just to win the division, but the conference and the Super Bowl. Will be interesting to see what Travis Kelce looks like. There was talks about him maybe retiring after last season. I still think he's going to be super effective. Full season of Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy in year 2. That kind of seems like they always have a running back by committee, but Pacheco's always going to be running the ball hard. Intrigued to see if some of these defensive players that they've been drafting over the last couple of years start to step up, and what this offensive line looks like as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are – what else can you kind of say about them that hasn't said anything? The only thing I think that people are kind of poking at is the fact that they are getting older. Their schedule, isn't favoring, for the Chiefs. And, their key players being Travis Kelce, but, he's older. And like you just said, he's been kind of thinking about retirement. And I think when you get to that point to where, it might be closer to the end. So, I don't know. I think they're the favorites, but nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. We know that, but I don't see them kind of being dethroned quite yet. But it wouldn't shock me if this was like kind of the end of this whole Chiefs run with this squad that they have here.
The Chiefs remind me, to make a other sports comparison, kind of like the Houston Astros, in that they're just always good. And whenever you think about counting them out, they're winning the division. They're still one of the best teams in the league. And so, as much as I would like to say,
and they be cheating. So yeah,
well, that's what people believe that the Chiefs are doing. But as much as I want to say, hey, Chargers are winning this division this year, the Broncos have got it this year, I'm going with the Broncos. I'm going with the Chiefs, man. Prove me wrong.
I got to go with the Chiefs, man. Until somebody does it, like they're still the team to beat.
When I see it.
There it is. And so the Chiefs are still the team to beat.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. Let's jump over to the NFC West. Seahawks, 49ers, Cardinals, and the Rams. Always a fun division to break down. Always competitive there as well. We do the NFC West next on Sports Saturday on the Fan Sports Network. But first, Schultz gives me a Sports Center update.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the official start of college football has happened. It's so great, man. The Aer Lingus Classic right now over in Dublin, Ireland, just about to go to halftime. Kansas State, number 17, the Iowa State, number 22, tied at 7 apiece. Right now, it looks like Kansas State is charging at about the 30, and it is first down, so they have a chance to score a tutty before the end of the half. On to the professional ranks. The Seahawks wrapping up their preseason schedule in Green Bay against the Packers this afternoon. Green Bay a 3-point favorite. Jalen Milroe expected to take every snap under center for Seattle. You can catch pregame right here on the Fan following Sports Saturday at 11. Kickoff at 1. You can watch it on NFL Network. The Mariners getting a big win last night over the Athletic, 3-2 the final. It's their first one in a while, and pretty much very needed after a 2-7 road trip. They're still 2 games back of the Astros. The Astros did win last night as well, but they'll go for their second win in a row, 6:40 p.m. tonight on Root Sports. George Kirby v. Jeffrey Springs on the bump. And on to the Tour Championship, Tommy Fleetwood and Russell Henley tied atop the leaderboard at 13 under. They will not get going until noon today. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Schultze from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of Ducks Game Day. Sports Saturday on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 and 1080. The Fan.
Sports Saturday here on 105.1 The Fan and 1080 The Fan. Boy, the conversation off air Rashad and I were just having.
Man, makes you want spaghetti, eh? Shout out to Meg the Stallion.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I was asking Rashad because Megan the Stallion, hip-hop artist, is dating Klay Thompson. And,
Lucky man.
Yes, very much so.
I have been a huge fan of Megan the Stallion for a long time.
Well, maybe not a lucky man because she made him a dish of spaghetti and fried catfish recently.
Uh-oh.
And so I asked Rashad, I was like, is that like a common dish, in the African-American community? And he said, yeah, it is, but you got to be careful when a woman serves you spaghetti. And I was like, what? Why? And apparently there's some things. This comes from the voodoo culture of in the South, that women will do things to your spaghetti to make you fall in love with you.
Just saying, man. I didn't make it up.
What kinds of things?
Well, we can't talk about it now.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to figure out the right way to say this on
on radio.
I
think I know what you're talking about, and I'm not sure there's a way to say it at all, Joe.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. No.
Let's just, I guess the way to think of it is, spaghetti sauce is red.
Oh,
right?
God. Okay.
And so if a woman is presenting you a dish of a red sauce and you're dating her and she's trying to get you to fall in love with them, apparently they will put also something red in that dish.
There's a reason that red football jerseys are popular. Let's just,
there it is.
There you go.
There it is. So
that's the best way to say it.
I'm just saying, I heard that from a mentor of mine when I was like, I want to say like 15 or something like that, and it stuck with me from there.
I almost just said the F word on the radio. My God.
Man. So watch out.
God. So watch out, Klay Thompson.
There's a reason. You see how Klay was at? Look, he looked so mad when he was at that. What was it, like the little banquet or whatever he was with her? He looked so irritated by that girl. You can tell she irritates the hell out of him.
So
you can tell.
Not long for breakup. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, man. I think he's gonna be around for a little bit, man.
Well, the 49ers have red jerseys. The Cardinals have red jerseys.
They do.
Well, how about that segue, huh?
That was a good one.
Yeah,
Seahawks and the Rams do not have red jerseys, but they all are in the NFC West, which is, again, a very strong competitive division. I don't know if it's as good as the AFC West, but you've got the Rams who made the playoffs last year. The 49ers did not, but they should have a bounce-back season. Boy, if they can stay healthy, though. I mean, it seems like every other day in San Francisco there's someone getting injured out of training camp. And then you have the Seahawks, which people are high on the Seahawks. The Cardinals, who knows what the hell to expect from them. The NFC West, though, is always a fun division. And I don't think that's just being having a bias towards our West Coast teams here. I think that the NFC West slaps around the country to folks. I think there's people in the South that, that NFC West, I like them buddies up there. They play some good football up there in the NFC West.
You do an amazing Southern impression. But no,
don't eat that spaghetti now.
The NFC West is, for me, it was always the most competitive division in football for a few years ago when you had the Seahawks the best, the Niners at their best. Even the Cardinals were a really, really competitive team at that point. And the Rams were just kind of trying to figure it out, and then things kind of shifted. And so I think the Rams are – it's hard to know what I'm looking at, from this Ram squad. Like, you see that there is these glimpses of greatness, and then they go into a lull for 1 or 2 weeks or something like that. My uncle's a Rams fan, and he hates going to games because he's never sure what he's going to get from his squads. So I don't really know what to make of this Rams team at this point. I know Sean McVay needs to figure out.
Be dead.
Matt, we don't know what we're getting from Matt Stafford anymore, and I know he's probably looking over there in Detroit and seeing what they're doing there and going, damn it, this was
I think that Super Bowl ring makes up for it.
That Super Bowl ring definitely makes up for it, but people, they respect it, but they're kind of like, they almost forgot that the Rams won a few years ago, and now you're looking at this Detroit team, and they're just like everybody's favorite right now. So I'm not sure what to make of this Rams team, especially now you're year 2 at this point without Aaron Donald, and so what is this defense going to look like? So I don't know. The Rams are probably at this point they're the 4th best team in the NFC West to me.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Man, for me, like right now, I'm trying to feel. I mean, it's between them and obviously the Cardinals. You know, at this point, but I'm not sure what to make of it. I think right now the Cardinals might have a better roster. So
yikes. I don't know about that, bud. I mean, Puka Nacua is a
Puka
great
Nacua is
number
awesome.
one. Devontae Adams going to be very interesting to see what he looks like now after leaving the Raiders, then the Jets, and is he able to?
Could he be washed?
Huh?
Could Devontae Adams be washed though?
That's what I'm saying. I'm intrigued to see what he's going to look like with the Rams. Are we going to get like tail end of the career Devontae Adams, where it's like, he's just, he's not as effective, or is he going to go back to maybe not how he was with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, but at least just being able to put up numbers and be a big part of that offense?
Yeah, I look at this rosters or this Arizona Cardinals depth chart. Kyler Murray, James Conner, Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson, Zay Jones, Trey McBride, like that's legit. That's as far as your skill players on offense, man, that's a legit little group right there that you have. So can they protect Kyler Murray is the biggest question, at least for me right now. But yeah, if you're asking me, I would probably like this roster a little more than I would like the Rams.
All I know is the NFC West, I have no idea what the hell's going to happen.
Nobody does. That's the great part.
The Rams, they should be good because if you got McVay and Stafford, that's a given right there. But Stafford has not played or practiced at all this preseason because of that back injury. The Cardinals, they played better last season in their second season with who's it? Jonathan Gannon, I believe, is their head coach. The name of their head coach. I mean, the Seahawks team is going to be very different than it was last year, having Sam Darnold as their starting quarterback. But it seems like everybody's high on the Seahawks. I think that people are. Darnold with Kubiak, Clint Kubiak as the offense coordinator, that they're going to be able to just be just fine this year.
No.
I'm a skeptic on it. It's one of those where, show me Sam Darnold without Kevin O'Connell and if they're going to be able to be a good team. But it seems like the Seahawks are able to always put out a competitive product no matter what.
Really, I think, honestly, if the Seahawks run game can work, I think they're going to have a chance to be just fine. Between Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker, the third, I think you have a really good running back room. And as long as those guys can stay healthy and really produce out there and their line can block from them even a little bit, I think they've got the skills to make a lot of people. There's a reason a lot of folks are high on the Seahawks this year. And I think you're talking head coach Sam Darnold is seen to be a bit of an upgrade from Geno. I don't know if I agree with that all the way. But
lateral move.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that all the way, but it gives you hope, I guess. With a new quarterback comes a lot of new hope. But the fact that Jackson Smith and Jigma, who in my opinion has always been a number one, now gets to actually step into that X position and be the number one receiver and let Cooper Kupp be the second guy, I think the Seahawks can make a lot of things happen this year.
Yeah, and I would say, I don't know if it's the biggest question mark, but it's definitely a question mark is what are these 49ers going to look like after the season they just had where they were dealing with a ton of injuries and they're dealing with injuries now? Is their wide receiver room going to be strong enough for Brock Purdy where he's going to be able to take advantage of maybe, I wouldn't say lesser talent, but, I mean, you have no Deebo Samuel this year who's moved on. Maybe you get a full season of Christian McCaffrey. They just added Brian Robinson Jr., though, to their running back room. That's a huge get for them. That will take some of the pressure off of CMC. But, I mean, I don't know if Brandon Ayuk is going to be ready for the start of the season. He's still dealing with his shredded knee from last year. Is Ricky Pearsall going to be able to make that jump? Is Juwan Jennings going to be able to essentially be that de facto number one until Ayuk gets back? A lot of question marks with this offense and just this team in general, and if they're able to stay healthy this year, because that was what killed them last year.
And health is always going to be what kind of prevents the Niners from being anything great, and right now Juwan Jennings kind of dealing with some issues, but he's really tasked with taking over for Deebo Samuel. Can he be that new guy for the 49ers? I think is a huge question. Can George Kittle stay healthy for most of the season? Can Christian McCaffrey stay healthy? I think health is the only issue I really have with the 49ers. Last year, it was a matter of health. Nobody was healthy, and so they were trash. I think this year, if everybody is healthy-ish and they can at least have their number twos are able to come in and really give them some solid production, I think the 49ers can be back to where they're supposed to be. I mean, you look at their schedule, and It's not to say that they probably can't win. You know, it's relatively favorable. I'll look at a game against Houston. I'll look at a game against Houston, and it's probably the one time that they're going to be challenged. The Bears at some point towards the latter part of the year, Tampa Bay. So a few games on their schedule that it should be pretty favorable if you're the 49ers and if everybody can stay healthy.
We'll start off against the Seahawks. That'll be the game that you hear on the Fan here on the Sunday, the 7th of September.
And it's going to tell us, and that's going to tell us everything we need to know about this, the 49ers moving forward.
And then they got the Saints, they got the Cardinals after that, Jags, Rams, Buccaneers. So it's a mix of, some good teams, some solid teams with maybe some teams that are expected not to be as great this year in the Saints and Jags. But, if I got to go with the team to win this division this year, I'm probably gonna go with the Rams, man. I think that Sean McVay, that offensive firepower, are gonna put themselves in a good position. All I know is this division is gonna be an absolute slobber knocker, as JR would say.
Yeah, I'm gonna shock everybody. I like Arizona for no reason. Like I do. I think this is going to be the year.
Honesty.
They've drafted well. They've been able to kind of put some things around Kyler Murray. We obviously see that Kyler Murray is a great fantasy quarterback, but can he be a great in-game quarterback? We see he's got the skills to do it. I think this could be the year that Arizona finally takes a step forward and does something. So it's between them and the 49ers just based on their records.
Well, someone who has
or based on the schedule, excuse me.
Someone who has Kyler Murray on their fantasy team, I'm down for that. I'm down for a division-winning Cardinals season. We will take a break, wrap things up. I have a question of Rashad as far as a quarterback that was not named a starter and what he thinks of the situation there. And, we wrap things up here on Sports Saturday out at Portland Indoor Golf Club.
I don't want to leave.
I don't. I want to.
I'm gonna stick around.
I don't have my clubs, but I want to grab some sticks and hit some balls after this. But we might do that. But we take a break here. Sports Saturday, Fan Sports Network.
When concrete around your home sinks, it's never pretty, and it's usually not safe either. Terra Firma has the solution.
Fan.
Portland Indoor Golf Club. All you golfers out there that are trying to get your game better, this is the place to do it. You got your driving ranges, you got courses and stuff like that. But this is a 24/7 facility that you can come in with your membership whenever you want. So if the wife is mad at you and tells you, hey, you're sleeping on the couch tonight, F that. Go to Portland Indoor Golf Club. You're sleeping on the couches in here, baby.
Looks like I might be sleeping on the couches in here.
Yeah, that's right. Anthony Richardson, Colts quarterback, not named a starter. Top 5 quarterback bust of all time?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because I think that obviously there's still a lot left in his career, but I think if the trend continues the way it is for him, I think outside of Ryan Leaf, outside of Jamarcus Russell, and my other two, Trey Lance and Zach Wilson, you could throw him in the top 5 there. I mean, Trey Lance was, what was it, 3 first-round picks or whatever that was traded for him to end up doing nothing.
I'm thinking, man.
Zach Wilson, number 2 overall, ended up doing nothing.
Vince Young had one really good season.
See, that's what I'm saying. At least he had a good season. But, rookie of the year, I'm pretty sure, Vince Young.
Yeah, Vince Young was definitely rookie of the year. RG3 was also rookie of the year.
Yeah, they had good seasons, but,
because Anthony Richardson started to have a good season, I guess. But, I don't know. Obviously Ryan Leaf is going to go, up there just because when you're the number 1 pick, we expect a whole lot from you. Yeah. Obviously Jamarcus Russell is one of the biggest disappointments that we've ever really had. But, honestly, I didn't really know a lot about Anthony Richardson's college career, if I'm being honest. So I
didn't have a lot of snaps.
So I didn't really expect a lot from him anyway. And so I'm always more surprised by the guys like somebody that went to a great Miami quarterback or a Matt Leinart or something like that comes to the NFL and he's trash, or a Mark Sanchez and somebody that you think is going to be good in the NFL and they're just not.
Sanchez was the highest paid quarterback at one point, though.
Sanchez was.
Bite your tongue about the Sanchez. Okay?
Man, Sanchez had, again, one good season at a point, and then he became butt fumble. Yeah. And then, so that's kind of what we remember Mark Sanchez at. So I do kind of think about those guys who, at the quarterback position, who came in and, we thought they were going to, Jameis Winston. Jameis was supposed to, he's had good games in between there, but Jameis has never had a great season.
No, the season he threw 30 touchdowns, he threw 30
Johnny Football, you know what I mean? How many guys have had these unbelievable NFL seasons and careers, and then they get to the league and they're like, oh, they're nothing. So I wouldn't put Anthony Richardson there. I think he's one of the bigger disappointments over the last little bit because there was a lot of expectation for him being that big, that strong, that young.
4th overall pick.
Yeah, that big, that strong, that young, and not being able to make anything happen with it. Yeah, so it's definitely a disappointment, but one of the biggest, I don't know.
Still some time, like I said, in his career, but if the trajectory continues for this, I would say top 5. Hey, football season is upon us. That means people are getting ready for the season. That means the youth is getting ready for their season as well. Wanted to give a shout out to my nephew, Alex Medina. He was apparently cracking some skulls out at their jamboree today for Tigard.
Go get it.
Taking on the Lincoln Cardinals. Tigers go roar, baby.
There you go.
Medina goes roar.
There you go, man. Shout out to all the young men that are out there on the football field, all the young ladies out there on the volleyball court and on the soccer field, all that stuff getting in. Here we go. Fall sports. Let's go.
Yeah, if you're like these kids in the Portland Indoor Golf Club right now getting that training in, you'll be ready for your season in no time as well. People are locked in.
Yeah, they are.
Of year.
There they are. Here we go, man.
Put up or shut up. Well, thanks to Sebastian and the crew for having not just Golf in the Northwest, but having us out here for our show. Thank you, Sebastian. Awesome facility out here. Thank you all to listening this week. We got football next week, meaningful Oregon State football. I will be gone. I will be in San Francisco. I'll do a call-in. I swear to God, I'll do it.
We're going to need it because it's 7 a.m.
That's right. You'll be able to hear these guys at 7 a.m. next week as we lead into Ducks pregame for the first Ducks football game of the season on the Fan Sports Network. I'm stoked.
I am too, man. It's going to be fun.
All right. Well, we'll catch you all next week. Rashad, appreciate you as always.
My man.
Jordan, back in the studio. Appreciate you as always.
Yeah, love you guys. Love you all.
And thank you for tuning in to this Sports Saturday. You will catch these guys next week at 7 a.m. right here on the Fan Sports Network. Peace.
We're talking with Jim Fisher's daughters, Molly and Emily. So do I really need a calculator?
We have so many factory incentives right now at Jim Fisher Volvo Cars, you might need a calculator to add them all up. 25 or 26 XC40 B5 mild hybrids get 0.99% financing for up to 7